YouTubers gang. Hey, so tonight we are coming to you guys with a new video. We are actually here to do the couples tag. Right, babe? So we went ahead and jotted down 11 things.
Actually 10.
10.
Because this one's crossed
Oh, okay. So 10. Sorry. It says. So we will be kind of going back and forth. So like, I'll answer and she'll answer,
Yeah.
right? All right. So guys, before we actually get into this video, for those of you who are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you like my videos, please give it a thumbs up. Share the videos, guys. All right, so comment, also drop a comment down below. Let us know how you like this video too. So, all right, so we're gonna get right into it. And I'm actually gonna have Kim start first.
Okay.
All right, so
So
Here
the
we
first question is, when and where did we meet? We met, how many years ago? 12, no.
we met in 06.
Okay, so 12 and a half
Very
years
beginning
ago.
of 06. We actually, yeah, because we started dating in 06 also too. So yeah.
So 12 and a half years ago we met, and we met at a bar in St. Paul, Minnesota. Yeah.
St. Paul, repping my hometown. Yeah, so we met in a bar in St. Paul, Minnesota. It was actually called the Townhouse. It's still called the Townhouse at the time. It was a bar that I would normally go to with my friends. Kim would really never go to that bar at all. But she was there with a couple of her friends that night, right?
Yep.
And we just
Met on the dance floor.
we met on well, actually not on a dance floor.
It
We
was.
were on a dance floor because you were standing back there with your friend having a drink, I remember, and I was standing on a dance floor because I was waiting for the next song to come on so Cece and I can do our thing.
But that wasn't on the dance floor?
I was in the dance floor, but you were not. You were standing
But
by
where
the bar.
did we meet?
We met eye contacting, but you and I actually we met and our friends pushed us into each other, so on the dance floor. is
I
what you
think,
said.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Okay. So our first date. So the funny thing is that we met at the Townhouse. It was definitely Wednesday night because it was ladies' night and ladies drink free. Yes, it was Wednesday.
But we would have had our first date on a Thursday?
We did actually. Wait, yeah, no. Well, yes, it was actually.
This is what 12 years looks like.
So,
I don't
actually,
remember.
no. Let's correct this. So it was a
Saturday.
Saturday
Or
night.
Friday, a weekend or something.
Well, okay.
It doesn't matter.
Anyways,
The next question
day,
was our first date.
our
right?
first date was the next day.
Yeah.
So the next day we had our first date, and if I recall, it was at the Cheesecake Factory.
Right.
We had our first date there,
And
and
then the
then
mall.
after that we went to freaking the mall. And it was like we had been dating forever because Kim was like, brought her shoes to return because the night before she left the bar, she had fell and broke her heel. Yes, because I remember us having that conversation. So you had to go return those heels that you had broke. And then as she was trying on other heels, she had me hold my purse.
Well, someone had to hold my purse.
While she was trying on the shoes. So
Yes.
that was our date. It was Cheesecake Factory and / the mall
Yeah.
for returns.
Right.
And for me to go get another outfit because we went out. Actually, it was funny because it was Saturday because it was Sunday. We went to the 90s.
Oh, right. Okay.
Went to the 90s. So yeah, so that was what was going on. Was that funny?
It literally seems like 1,000
It
years.
was 1,000 years ago.
It's
Because Sunday
very
and then we had
blurry.
to work Monday. You were. Oh my god. Okay, so babe, what's next?
So the next question is, what is your favorite thing about each other, both personality-wise and physically? So I'll start. The favorite thing about you is personality-wise, just that you're a giver. Like she'll give to a lot of people with like her full heart. So that's my favorite thing personality-wise. Physically, it would have to be her butt. She's got a nice rump. You do. Your tush is nice. I can't help it. All right.
Okay, so okay, I'm like, okay, so personality wise for Kim will have to be that she definitely is she's like the sole protector of everything. Like just literally like so when just anything and she's there. Like this is like she would literally, you know, like how she said that I give like my last to people. She definitely do the same thing. Like that's just exactly how she is. You know what I mean? Like she will forget all about herself and she will protect whomever she loves. Like whoever she loves, whoever's in her bubble, they come first. Like that's her, hands down. So I love that. I love that. Physically.
Babe.
Your boobs.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, you go ahead. You start first. So,
Let's see. The next question is, what weird habit does each other have? Let's see, your weird habit. There's so many.
I don't. Not really.
One super weird habit is that she smells everything. Anything. She'll smell it. From like underarms to like anything. It's so crazy.
I just like smelling things. I have to. I don't know.
That's so crazy.
Yes,
Yes,
that
it
is
is.
weird. Yeah. I do smell everything. I don't know. I mean, okay, so weird habit. I think the weird habit I'm gonna say about you is just like, I don't know if it's weird. Maybe it is, but maybe to me sometimes it's weird. It's like she trusts no one. Literally trusts no one. Like she could. I don't know. Just anyone, like literally, we can get some in the mail that says, "Hey, you know, like
Trust nothing that you get in the mail.
You know, not
by
even
the
like
way.
saying like, "Hey, you want $1 million?" It could be like, "Hey, I found your." It could be one of our neighbors sending a note to our door. Oh, I found your scarf on the door. You're like,
It's
oh,
never
hell.
happened.
I mean, it hasn't, but I'm just like trying to set an example. Like you literally trust nobody.
That's true.
Yeah.
It takes a very long time to get into my circle of trust.
I mean, and when she says a long time, that means like her like lifetime because you're
No, it
not
isn't.
gonna, babe. You don't trust anybody like
I
that.
do.
I think no, and sometimes it's
I'm
like
just very selective.
it is, and then like
What?
I don't know. Sometimes it's like for me, like guys, I can like go to. Every time she wants to like know, she wants you to like
What?
give her what's the reason behind it, you know what I mean? Like
I like to know shit.
but
But that has
everything.
nothing to do with trust.
It doesn't have to be, but like that's I just think that's just you
I
know,
also think I sometimes overcompensate for the trust because you maybe are a little too trustworthy.
I'm not though. You think that though, and I'm not. Like I tell you that I'm not like that though.
We'll just agree to disagree.
Okay.
All right. So next question is, how long have we been together? So we said earlier that we were together, well, we
We
met
didn't
12
say.
and a half years ago, so, I mean, shortly thereafter, probably a few months after that, we decided to make the relationship
It was
official.
in April.
Oh, yeah.
It was right before you were actually taking a trip to Florida, where we actually live right now, to come and see her mother. Before that, she came into my job and she had me. She was in her little jogging suit because she was about to get going.
Oh, I don't remember.
And
Oh, yes, I do.
she had me a little note. It was like a little card note, it was an envelope, and she had left. Actually, it wasn't to Florida.
No.
Sorry, it was to Madison because her sister was getting married April 1st. And so she came by because she was in her jogging suit because she was driving there. That was her road trip that she was taking there. And she gave me a little note saying that how much she was going to miss me when she came back. You know, we're going to go to the American.
sappy.
And then while she was there, I was at work one day and I was sitting in the office and I was like, will you be my girlfriend?
She said it exactly like that.
I did. It was
Yeah.
so funny.
So that was
And that was
Yeah, 12 and a half years ago,
Yeah.
roughly.
almost 13 years, y'all.
Long time.
Yes.
So 12 and a half years together and 11 married.
Next week.
Yeah, next Friday.
Ooh, ooh. All right. So next question.
Then, go ahead.
The next question is supportive parents. So wait, no. Oh, my bad. I must have ahead. Our first road trip. So actually, our first road trip that we took was because I'm from Minnesota, and Kim actually moved to Minnesota after she graduated from college. So we actually had our first road trip was to go back to meet her parents.
Oh, is that a road trip?
Was it considered a road trip? I mean, because we did do that. It was like, what, 4 hours away?
Yeah, maybe 5 or 6. But, like, first, I guess.
But
So
do we
short
consider
road
that?
trip.
Okay, so the short one. So she'll tell you the long one. I'm telling you the short one. We drove to Sheboygan to meet her. I met her. Actually, I met her father before I met her mother, because her father
Oh,
was
yeah.
like renewing his wedding vows. So we met him. We stayed there. It was interesting. And then like a couple days later, I met her mother because her mother was just coming back from a trip with her husband. So that was our first
Short
short road trip. And the long one was?
I think the long one was when we went from Minneapolis to Florida.
That was long.
But we stopped, obviously, along the way.
We did some
Um,
sightseeing.
So that was nice.
Where did we stop at?
We stopped in Madison to see my sister. We
Mhm.
stopped in Memphis.
And what did we see in Memphis?
We saw lots of things.
And Memphis, our main focus that we went there to see is
MLK.
where,
MLK Museum.
yes, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
Yeah, so that was before we moved to Florida, and then spent maybe a week here, and then drove back through Atlanta and Tennessee. So that was fun. The next question is, do each of us have supportive parents? I'll start with my parents. So my mom and Richard are very supportive. My sister's supportive of anything and everything that I do. Yeah, I really don't have anything more to say about that.
I know. Is it okay? So I just want to ask you, like, so even when you came out, your parents were very supportive, right?
Yeah, it was. I think my mom knew if she wasn't supportive that I would go off and do my own thing and probably have to sever the relationship, because that's just how strong-willed I am, unfortunately. So, but I don't think she took it to that level. I think she just was supportive because she wants the best for her kids, and it's always been that way. So I feel very blessed that I was able to have that experience, unlike a lot of people who have very traumatic and horrible experiences. So I feel pretty blessed about what happened with me.
That is cool. For me, I did actually going crazy. She's going crazy.
I'm gonna shut the door of the dogs.
It just shut me.
Oh, it is already? Are you just being that loud?
She's just because she wants to come out. The dog. She's just so bad.
Sorry.
So, anyways, supportive parents for me. Well, my mother. Well, the thing is, my mom was the one who raised me and my siblings, and actually coming out for me wasn't very easy. So, as far as being supportive, no. I had a couple, I had a sister who was very supportive of who I am, and my nieces and nephews definitely support who I am. But as far as like mother, not really. She says that she is, but I mean it's a big thing. So I really don't want to get into it. So I'm gonna say it's nothing like Kim's family or anything like that. But it was a bit more of a struggle for me. So.
Okay.
That's what it was.
So the next question is, what do we do in our spare time? I think the question was meant kind of, I guess, solo and together.
So it's talk solo and then we can talk together, Like,
so are we answering for ourselves?
For yourself. So what do you like to do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I like to watch a lot of Netflix.
To read.
I watch a lot of Netflix and Hulu. I really like documentaries. I really like lots of things. There's a handful of TV shows that I watch religiously. What else do I like to do? I don't know, just get out of the house. Even go to Target is like nice for me.
She spends hours in Target just walking down the aisles. That's why I don't even go with her because she just likes to do that by herself.
Yeah, see my mom. I don't know. Go to the pool.
Yeah.
Go to the beach on occasion.
Yeah.
So
Those things.
just relax, really.
Yeah. Anything else? No. For me, I just do not like television at all. I'm just kidding.
Who are you lying to?
No, I actually also watch a lot of, maybe not a lot. Well, I mean,
If I watch a lot, which maybe I don't in comparison to you.
I like watching like Hulu, I like Netflix, I watch Amazon Prime, I'm always on YouTube. So I watch like, shows on my device. The thing is we have like smart TVs in our house and we like really hardly ever turn them on.
I do.
She does sometimes when I'm at home, she watches the TVs. But as far as like television, besides that, in my spare time, I really enjoy getting up in the morning and going to the gym. That's like one of my biggest things. I really like doing that. That's a me thing. Also like cooking, I think is therapeutic. So I just like sometimes going to the kitchen and like making like desserts for my mother-in-law because she really likes that. So I do that, and I like to cook for us. Every once in a while we do that. Things that her and I like to do together. We like to go out to eat. We go out to eat and just kind of hang out. Go to the pool. We go to the pool together. I don't know. Sometimes
We went to a movie for the first time in
did.
like 1,000 years.
It was so
And that was
crazy.
nice.
It was really nice, and I forgot how good movies can be. We actually saw
Night School.
Night School was
Which if you haven't seen it, it's hilarious.
We went on Tuesday. It was a cheap night. It was $5. It was
We like a
awesome.
deal.
Yes, we do. We do love a deal. So yeah. So that's kind of like what we like to do separately and like to do together. Just kind of, we like to chill. And like our back patio, man, get the barbecue grill out and just chill and
Hang
have
out
some
with the
drinks
dogs.
and chill with the dogs for sure. Always hanging out with the babies. So yes.
Okay.
You do this first one.
So the next question is, what was your first impression? So my first impression of you was that you were a showboat. Her and her friend were on the dance floor.
No, we weren't showboats. Okay, go ahead.
Literally, the definition of showboat is you. Yeah. It was crazy. So that was my first impression of you, is that you liked all the attention. You liked to show off dancing. I don't know. That was really the first, I mean, it was almost ridiculous.
But like you enjoyed that though, right?
I mean, it was entertaining, like I was watching a TV show.
Entertaining. Okay.
It was. It was crazy now that I think back. Like, I think because I'm like the opposite of that, so it was wild how much attention you required and still require. She's a lot of work.
No, I am low maintenance.
Low. The highest of maintenance. You know that.
Okay.
Okay. So what was your first impression of me?
So my first impression, honestly, my first impression of Kim is when I saw you, was that I was like, damn, she's like totally different. Like literally, you were like so different from any person that I would ever think about talking to. And so I just saw you and I was like, we made that eye contact and I loved your style. You just like had this, I know your vibe was just on point, and I like had to know who you were. Literally had to know who you were. Had to be the person to talk to, despite whatever, you know what I mean? Like I was just like, so I was feeling your vibe.
Nice.
So it was all like about that. It was cool. I was like,
So-
look at her, she got that little pink jacket on, she's sipping that drink, her hair looking good. I mean, you look very good. Those jeans were really tight, you had your heels on. I'm like telling you, I can tell you exactly how you look. To the T.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I'm embarrassed.
No, you're not.
Okay, last but certainly not least, the name one thing, or many if you have them, but that helped us really like keep our relationship strong. I mean, there's been ups and downs, but I think overall what has kind of helped us last for 12 and a half years. Do you want to go first?
Yes, I do actually. I think one thing that comes to mind with me, and there's many, one thing that helped us remain strong. I'm not gonna say one. I'm gonna say a couple. I trust is one thing, and not ever losing the love that I have for you, and not just the love, like the being in love with you. You know what I mean? Like you said, we have our ups, we have our downs. You know, there's sometimes we don't even know if we're coming or we're going, but I'm not ever gonna not, like, I would not ever give up on you or who you are, because because of the love I have for you, and the love that me being in love with you, just you being the person that you are. And I feel like I truly, truly, truly believe in my heart of hearts that you are my better half, and we can get through anything regardless of everything that we go through. Like, definitely. So as long as like we have that, and as long as I feel that, I'm not going anywhere.
How am I going to follow this?
It's not to follow. It's just like, that's just exactly how I'm feeling. And I just wanted to say that, you know, because 12 years is a long time, and every freaking day you learn something new about that person. Every day you learn something. I learn something new about you every day. And maybe something that I might not like, but it's something that I love. But at the same time, I'm not going anywhere, because you know what? Relationships are work. They're work, and they're lots of work. You can't just think that you just got into something and it's going to be like that, because that's not how it works. It's not how it works. You got to put in the work. And if you don't, and on top of putting in the work, if that love isn't there, you ain't got nothing. You don't have it. So you have to know that. So that's just kind of me.
So the thing for me that I think has helped is you have to know when to give and when to take. You can't just do one or the other. It has to be a back and forth. Not every battle it should be a battle. Like, you have to know when you need to step back and allow the situation just to happen. So it's just give and take, really. Like, it's a lot of give and it's a lot of take. And I think that's what helps too.
It is. Definitely a lot of give and take. And you said, right, pick your battles, because every battle is not meant to be fought. So,
Right.
yeah. All right, guys. So
It's a little bit about us. Hope you enjoyed this video.
look at you, babe, taking the lead. Okay. So yes, what she said. So guys, thank you for taking the time out and spending a little bit of your time with us tonight. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up. Make sure that you share this video. Definitely drop a comment down below and let us know how you like this video. Subscribe. All right, guys. Thank you.